She died last year at the age of 107. And the house right behind me now is owned by somebody who will likely tear it down. So what we wanted to do is have this candlelight vigil tonight so that we could remember the millions of people who died during the Holocaust, and we could bring knowledge and education about the woman who lived here. So that's why it's very important that we had this here tonight, and that we met with Mr. Sherman and listened to the stories about what it was like at the Warsaw Ghetto, so that it is always remembered and that this will never, ever, ever be forgotten. The reason why we chose this place is because this is right in front of the Janta house. Mrs. Walentyny Janta was a woman during World War II. During World War II, Mrs. Janta fought for the Polish resistance, and she helped expose the Nazi atrocities at the Warsaw Ghetto. And so that's the reason why we are having this event here tonight. It's very important that we make sure that we preserve this house and that it is not demolished. So that's why we're working with the city to make sure that we can save it from destruction. I want to introduce right now Rabbi Eli Block from Rego Park, and then he's going to introduce our survivor, Leon Sherman, who will tell you a very quick story about what it was like to live during the Holocaust.
So I think the message, it's a really important universal message, is that we need to view and teach our children to view other people around us as having a God-given purpose in life, and therefore there's no such thing as a person being not valuable or important, whether they're 1 or 100. That value never decreases. It's not less than 1 year of age, and it doesn't decrease when a person gets to 100. So therefore I think this is a message that it's not only global but very specific to each one of us here, to bring some of that into our life, to view the neighbors and our people around us, wherever they come from, wherever their background is, as being godly, purposeful, as deserving of respect, kindness, and mercy. And as I'm about to introduce Leon Sherman, who's a living testament to the fact that resistance is not only with guns, resistance is with the spirit and the soul, it is with love, it is with hope. And Leon is a survivor and a fighter in all those senses. His faith kept him alive and keeps him alive every day of his life. And I think it's important for all of us here to remember that people like Leon and a person like Mrs. Janta, who show by example that heroes are people who make the right choices even when everybody else around them is making the wrong choices.
Some people don't believe it. They say, Leon, it's so many years ago and you still remember. So I tell them, in my head it's like a film. It's inside, but never talk about it like I would be there now. I'm talking about Auschwitz. I remember like distinctly when I was over there in Auschwitz. I saw many times people touch the barbed wires. They committed suicide. They couldn't take it no more. I saw many times going to work, people near the barbed wires dead. They couldn't take it no more. But I know with me, I have the willpower or something, I don't know. God was with me, I think.
Now, Leon, why is it important that we remember what happened at the Holocaust?
It shouldn't happen again. That's how it is. It's good to remember. Because a lot of people, matter of fact, I have a neighbor, oh, you still talk about the Holocaust so many years ago. You don't want to even hear. There are some people like this. Now take a look at the Chinese people. The same thing what they did to the Jews.
Hallelujah.
I walk in the street, they pointed out a Jew, was so badly without food. Imagine 5-6 years without food, hungry, thirsty, dirty, no facilities to wash. And that's how I made it 5-6 years like this. Dziękuję bardzo za zaprosiliśmy tu i dziękuję, że przyszli. Jesteście zainteresowani z tym, bo dużo ludzi chcą zapomnieć o tym. Niektórzy mówią, że nieprawda to jest, ale to było prawda. Ja byłem w tych samych lagrach. Mam numer na rękę B2593. They told us, here you have a number, no name. Whenever we call this number, you have to answer. And from here, no way out. The only way out through the chimney, they told us.
Pan kilka obozów przeszedł. Proszę powiedzieć, które.
Koło Radomia. Radom pan zna, tak? Blyżyn, koło Radom, Kielce, później Oświęcim, koło Krakowa i później Dachau. Ten, co mnie przyjął do kuchni, do pracy, to Cyrankiewicz, on był premierem w Polsce po wojnie. On mnie przyjął do kuchni, do pracy. On był w Oświęcimiu.
Ale to w Oświęcimiu pan do pracy, tak? Do kuchni. Jak długo pan był w Oświęcimiu?
Jak przeżyłeś jeden dzień, to jak lata. Ja tam był kilka miesięcy tam. Wszystko widziałem, pracowałem koło krematorium. Widziałem, jak ludzie wchodzili do krematorium. Nas przesunęli nas trochę dalej, żeby nie powiedzieć, gdzie oni idą, ale już widać było tam koniec, wszystko widać.
A ile lat pan spędził w obozach w sumie?
5-6 lat. Od 39 till 45.
Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. Thank you very much.